So it was a kind of grammar that you learned for 6 months to find out about your individuality and which direction will you go. That was the basic structure of the course.
In drawing as well as in three-dimensional design, a great stress was laid on texture. We had to imitate texture of wood, of glass, of wool, of anything we found interesting in contrast to other textures. And also, we were asked to build up three-dimensional structures of various materials.
Since it was a depression, a period when they had no money, you had to work with what was at hand. So you would say to the students, go out to the junkyard and pick up from the scrap heap where you can, and then try to find out what's in the materials, in the nature of materials.
My girlfriend, for example, had cut her hair short that time. So I used some of her hair for a combination of things which I had found and built up into a three-dimensional structure.
The Bauhaus invented the modern art student. I mean, up until the Bauhaus, art students were rather conformist characters who sat in serried ranks, all doing the same thing, all rather middle-class people doing watercolours and copies of antique sculptures and so on. And from the word go, the Bauhaus attracted a certain kind of rather politically radical student.
I was a student, only 16 years old at that time. And I liked it at the Bauhaus because it's so incredibly free, and I could do whatever I liked at the Bauhaus, anything you liked. My little group went to the theater, and there was a statue of Goethe and Schiller, and we painted Goethe and Schiller red. The students were always doing these things, and I was amongst them.
By 1920, the local inhabitants of Weimar are already complaining that they dress in this outlandish way. They dress like beggars, nude bathing at midnight, strange music at weekends. Because it was residential, they have these wonderful parties and theatre events and things at weekends. So, you know, your long-haired radical art student begins with the Bauhaus. So that's one aspect of it that made the locals very uneasy, I think.